Yes. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio with another one. And today we're looking at the financial repercussions that will be suffered by big belly pincushion Jarrell Miller as a result of his failed blood tests, or rather drug tests. Those blood and urine tests, of which he failed 3 times for 3 different serious substances. But we're not looking at the substances today, we're looking at the figures. We're doing the math. Now, as we know, the press often overstate figures for these matches, these boxing bouts. So we're looking to clarify, get down to the bottom of it, the nitty-gritty, the real figures, not the overstated figures, but the real figures. And we look at the article by ESPN. Now, Jarrell Miller was meant to be earning a career high purse of $4.87 million. That's $4.87 million, not the reported $8 million. He was also going to be making additional money from a percentage of the UK pay-per-view profits. If Jarrell had won, the American would have raked in millions more in a rematch. However, he would also still have made 7 figures again had he lost. Let's look at that. Miller's deal with AJ's broadcasters, US broadcasters, DAZN, which will now be scrapped clearly, would have guaranteed him 2 comeback fights worth $1.5 million each. Bearing in mind his previous high purse was just over $500,000. So, those are the ramifications of Miller's failed drug tests. That's the consequence that he will have to suffer as a result of putting drugs, needles in his system. EPO, human growth hormone, and GW1516. So he's going to suffer the consequences of that. But interestingly, another boxer will also suffer the consequences of the purse, which was overstated. It was widely reported that the actual purse was $8 million, which was false, as confirmed by Eddie Hearn in recent interviews. As a result of this mistake or overstatement, another boxer suffered. You see, Luis Ortiz, his team listened to the $8 million talk, $8 million, and fell into a trap of believing it. So when they went to the negotiation table, they went in with that figure in mind. And when Ortiz was offered $5 million, they believed that they were being lowballed and declined that offer and asked for $10 million. They wanted more. We all know the story of Oliver going back with his begging bowl, asking for more. Please, sir, can I have some more? It didn't work out. And as many of you will know by now, that deal has fallen through. See my previous video. His promoter overplayed their hand, had the $5 million, which was specifically for Ortiz. Promoters had their own cut. Luis Ortiz's cut was $5 million. The promoter came back to him and said, no, they have an unlimited purse. We should go for more. And as a consequence of overplaying their hand, that deal fell through based on misinformation that big Belly Miller was getting hate. And certain media types ramming it in Ortiz's head that he was being lowballed. So sometimes you just have to go with what you know, not what you hear. These media types cost Ortiz his highest payday by a big margin. That's what happens when you listen to the wrong people. They cost you. So the moral of the story is, don't listen to rumor or hearsay. Go what's right for you. Being greedy often leads to you ending up with less. Going for more is not always the best option. Miller lost out because he was greedy with the drugs. Ortiz lost out because he listened to the wrong people. Both of these characters foolish in different ways. One, foolish with drugs. The other, turning his nose up at his highest payday ever by a significant margin. Something like 10 times his highest payday. Utterly ridiculous, stemming from listening to the wrong people. It's Raphael Dawkins. If you haven't subscribed already, kindly do so. And also, be sure to listening to the live show. Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 p.m. UK time. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And I'm out.